Hello, everybody. I'm back with a special reading today. By special request, here is SCP-5650. Item number SCP-5650. Containment Class Keter Thaumiel. Special Containment Procedures 5 kilograms of salmon are to be delivered to the Department of Tactical Mathematics, DTM, at Site 155 every month for research into SCP-5650. After experimentation and taste testing, all instances of salmon are to be incinerated. Academic developments concerning the Banach-Tarski theorem are to be monitored and guided in order to conceal the existence of SCP-5650. Did that say taste testing? That says taste testing. Okay. Description: SCP-5650 is a physical implementation of the Banach-Tarski theorem, primarily involving several methods of cutting salmon, salmo salar. When a whole salmon is cut in specific ways, its pieces can be rearranged to produce another salmon of varying sizes. SCP-5650 is detailed in the book Angles of Salmon, purportedly written by Therese Tao. Said book focuses on enhancing salmon-based cuisine via exotic mathematical concepts. The Foundation's main interest in SCP-5650 lies in the fact that its methods could cause secondary anomalous effects when they are modified using derivative models and equations of the theorem. There is a large potential in researching them, especially for enhancing material production and resource management. Using advanced computational algorithms and precise cutting equipment, other derivative methods have been determined and performed. Notable effects of these derivative methods are listed below, along with the number of cuts needed for causing them. Date: 05/05/2020. Number of cuts: 625. Effect: 5 salmon similarly sized to the original are produced. Note: under my supervision, the DTM hopes to prove that mathematical laws can be manipulated to serve the Foundation's goals, focusing on their predictability and rigidity. For now, we will focus on enlarging and contorting the salmon. 055 Isangani Morales. Date: 05/06/2025. Number of cuts: 13,165. Effect: 25 pieces of salmon are produced. They have an average size that is 450% greater than the original sample. When they decompose, 65% slower than expected. However, these are safe for consumption, though the flavor is stated to be a bit too bland. Date: 06/15/2023. Number of cuts: 1,025. Effect: with no noticeable effects, 15 salmon are produced. Taste testing using D-Class personnel reveals favorable taste. However, most of the D-Class personnel fell ill 5 minutes later, with them vomiting and suffering from diarrhea. Analysis of the remaining salmon reveals that these had an average of 135 grams of Salmonella enterica inside them, despite earlier measurements showing only about 5 grams. Measurement systems are rechecked, with them showing larger margins of error. DTM notice: in light of the last experiment, research into SCP-5650 is to be conducted inside an enhanced adaptive containment chamber with conceptual safeguards. Testing is to now focus on derivative methods that have large potential for resolving or altering concept-based anomalies to the Foundation's benefit. 055 Isangani Morales. Date: 06/15/2025. Correction: 06/15/2035. Number of cuts: 15,625. Effect: 5 salmon with the same size as the original are produced. These possess several topological anomalies, which have principles deemed to be practical for enhancing adaptive containment chambers. Analysis of these anomalies, with consideration to the Banach-Salmon theorem, I changed the name to Banach-Salmon theorem, has revealed several means of producing more derivative methods. Meanwhile, mathematical models using the principles of set theory have been incorrectly performing, despite proofs showing that they should do so. Date: 05/10/2040. Number of cuts: 5,555. Fifthism, possibly? I'll check later. The arrangement and nature of 625 salmon produced indicate elevation of problems related to set theory, indicating that methods can be used to counter damage to baseline mathematics. Further testing is approved. Date: 06/25/2045. Number of cuts: 5,005. Analysis of the 55 salmon produced results in the creation of a complete salmon derivative counterexample to the salmon-salmon theorem. Salmon theorem. In response to this, the DTM has produced a corresponding model to apply this counterexample for furthering baseline mathematics to go upstream. Meanwhile, testing is continued in order to reverse conceptual damage via the use of new theorems under the DTM's belief of mathematical rigidity. Date: 06-15-2050. Number of cuts: 5055. The 55 salmon produced could be seen as minimal counterexamples to the Salmon-Tarski theorem. Sensors reported fluctuating readings of salmon floating around the inside of the containment chamber. Upon testing, these did not adhere to the Salmon-Tarski theorem, and taste testing elicited varying opinions. Later on, these salmon indicate that baseline mathematics and reality are moving upstream. Class A DTM protocols are now initiated. Further testing is required to test and manipulate this result. Date: 03-20-2055. Number of cuts: 5. Theorems produced afterwards violently push upstream, causing other theorems and mathematical concepts to be crushed. I was right, it is a fifth, this one. I knew it. Whoever, I can't remember your name who requested this. It'd be a bit too much of a distraction for me to grab my phone and pull it out, but thank you for recommending this one. This was odd in the best way possible. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I'll leave the link to this article in the description below. Please check it out. Give it up, folks. This is a good one. Bye-bye.